Hi everybody, I'm just gonna get to the point with the miscarriage thing so that like anybody who wants to be informed about that and just, go on with their what they're scared about right now can, just stop watching after that. So oh my dogs. So I had started cramping the night before yesterday, or not cramping, bleeding. It was just very light bleeding. It was spotting. And so the next day I decided to go to the doctor. She said that I had a closed cervix and that it was probably just a blood clot. But after she had opened me up to check on everything and, give me that okay, I started getting horrible cramps, like period cramps. And so once I got back to the apartment at the end of the day, I wound up bleeding a lot more, and I wound up passing like a huge clot like looking thing, and it kind of looked like a liver, and it was probably around like that big. And so I kept bleeding, and I tried taking a bath to kind of ease the pain, and it made the bath turn kind of orangey, the water. So I got out of the tub and I kept on having to go back and forth from sitting on the toilet and, going back to bed for a little bit because to relax. Because I just felt like it was just coming out too much, or like I was in pain and I felt like I had to. And so, like, more clotty looking stuff kept on coming out, and I kept on checking it to make sure that it, wasn't the baby. Like, I thought that maybe I just had a couple too many blood clots, and I figured that I was going to be fine after they were gone. And so I went to bed for probably an hour, hour and a half, and I woke up in horrible pain right in, like, I guess you call this the abdominal area. I don't know. I always call it like my uterus down here where it usually cramps. And so I went to the bathroom and I was bleeding a lot, and I was still getting rid of clots and whatnot, and so I decided to get into the bathtub again because I was really scared of possibly flushing the baby if it comes out, because I feel like, making it so far along, I'm not okay with that. And so I got in the tub and I turned the whole tub water red instantly, basically. It was pretty freaky. It was like kind of one of those things where if somebody walked in, they would have thought I was like trying to kill myself. So if you're gonna do it the way I did, not go to the hospital and you're worried about it winding up in the toilet, and if you have a good hot water system, I would suggest like keep on circulating the water, like drain the gross water and fill it back up again if you can. But I wound up in cold water at a certain point, and because like of all the pain and friggin' it, like the water got cold, like I was almost in shock. I was freezing. I was scared. I was tired. And the father was sleeping because he had work in the morning, and I didn't want to bother him. And he wasn't going to come to the bathroom with me, so what was the point to, have him awake for that and be just like a little freaked out and have him cranky for work? So I went back and forth from being on the the toilet to trying to get back to bed, but it still hurt really bad. And all of a sudden, like, I felt when I was on the toilet, I felt like I really needed to push, like go to the bathroom push, and so I kept on doing that, and finally all the pain subsided because it was like in my lower back really bad and going around to the front. And when it stopped, it was because the baby was like hanging out, and I had to pull it out the rest of the way. And I sat there for like I kind of moved it to make sure. I'm like looking to try and figure out what it looks like. Um, and I cried a little bit. I cried a lot last night, and I've cried a lot today. But like I was terrified of how I was feeling because the pain in your lower back gets so bad. it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know if this is any indication of what actually going through birth is like. I mean, I can take it, but it freaking hurts, man. So, um, I took the baby and I put it in here, and whoever doesn't want to see can skip ahead. I'm giving you like 5 seconds to like skip ahead this part, and I don't know, I'll put my hand up again when it's at another part, so you don't have to see this at all. But for people who want to know what it looks like if you're worried about miscarrying or are miscarrying, um, this is what she looked like when she came out. The round part is pretty clear, and then the rest of it is pretty dark, except for like whatever that is. So yeah. Um, I'm going to bury her. I'm pretty sure it was a her because of all the, the symptoms I had, and I tried taking a gender maker test. Um, I'm putting her in the graveyard where my grandfather and my great grandmother are. I'm probably going to place her more towards my great grandmother since my grandmother is going next to my grandpa. So I don't want to worry about her getting dug up. I thought about putting her next to my absolute favorite cat. I would swear that she was like, you know, a soulmate to me because I just loved her so much and she was always around for me and whatnot. But I thought it was a little weird to be burying my baby next to my cat in the backyard and possibly getting dug up. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing with her. Um, so, curtsy skirts wise, it wasn't my intention to make anybody feel bad. I'm very thankful for all the well wishes and everything. I just, I wanted to make sure that everybody knew what was going on so that I could take a little bit of time without everybody freaking out that I was being bad and just ignoring everyone and not getting work done. Because I'm just going through a lot right now. And I'm very appreciative for all of the understanding and the support. I'm running out of time.